me echo un trago ahora, me voy a morir.
Mendoza, what's he growling about?
Oh, he's thirsty for tequila.
He's always thirsty for tequila.
Quisiera estar bien borracho ahorita mismo.
Tell him to go back to Mexico.
He'll never get that thirsty, Cinch. We'll string him up.
We've all got that trouble. I'd love to see that general swing by his big fat neck.
If he'd won, he'd be running Mexico now. Be all set. So we lost. We just happened to pick the wrong side.
2 years on the wrong side's a long time.
And what do we got to show for it? A piece of junk like this. And look at him. Chest full of tin. Put them all together and they wouldn't even buy a slug of tequila.
¿Tequila? Ah, cómo me gusta.
We were supposed to get paid for fighting, just like real soldiers.
Sure did a lot of fighting for nothing.
Seems we've been doing an awful lot of things for nothing lately. We wouldn't be if we'd headed for Fort Worth, but my brother says come north, so we come north. And Fort Worth is loaded with cattle money at the railhead, just waiting to be picked up. I suppose in Carson City they'll have the safe door wide open, just special for us, huh?
Our luck's got to change sometime.
You're like a bunch of dumb cattle. You stampede at the sight of trouble, bawl at the first shift in the wind. Our luck ain't gonna change till you start acting like men. Gar and I have kicked around Carson City plenty. It's a sleepy little town without much to stop us. The safe door won't be open, but it won't take much doing. We can be out and on our way before the sheriff can clean the rust off of his guns. You know that, Gar, as well as I do. And get rid of that Mexican hardware before we move on.
All I get out of 2 years is this, and now I gotta throw it away? How come, Brett?
You want to ride through town with everybody staring at us? That'd be smart, wouldn't it? Tell him.
Dice que te quites la chaqueta, la gorra y las medallas.
Las medallas son mías. Yo mismo me las robé, yo mismo.
He says the medals belong to him, that he stole them himself.
Well, tell him next time to steal something with some gold in it.
Dice que la próxima vez te robes algo que tenga oro. No seas güey, hombre.
Esto es un insulto. Ahora me siento encuerado.
Sleepy little town, huh?
All right, place your bets. Let it go. All right, then. Now, here. Always the winner. Number 3. Always the winner.
Never seen so many people in my life.
On the old Army game, let's step right in there, gents. Don't be afraid of it. Get your money on the line.
Amigos, miren!
Like what you see on the outside, wait till you see what you're going to see on the inside.
Mira nomás que hembras, mano. Me gustan todas.
What's he saying?
Same as you're thinking.
50 cents includes a great big...
Been away a long time.
Line number 8.
¡Qué sombrero!
There's another batch. Looking lean and hungry, too.
Those are the Stantons. The one in front is Brett. The one behind him is his brother Gar. I haven't seen them in 6 years.
If they ever start shooting, I could use 60 men instead of 6. Better deputize 20 more if you can find anybody.
You sure showing them how to promote a fight, Mr. London. I haven't seen anything like this since the Comstock load.
Thanks, Mister.
Put that away. Mr. London rates the 25-year stock on the house.
Thanks, Harry. I'd like you to meet Mr. Brady, Corbett's manager.
Welcome to Carson City, Mr. Brady.
Thank you.
Jim here's our town's biggest booster.
I thought he was selling me a bill of goods when he talked me into this. Now I'm glad I came.
Look. There's some more of them. And I just put up the new chandeliers, special for the fight.
Somebody pointed out Johnny Ringo to me today. In New York, you told me we wouldn't have to worry about this kind of thing.
They're just here for the fight and a good time, the same as everybody else.
That depends on what they call a good time.
Tráeme algo que raspe, tequila.
We get red eye, blue star, snake spots, all them fancy Eastern drinks, but no tequila.
Oh, give him some whiskey. What es, hombre?
Pura mugre, puro veneno.
We got about as much chance of cracking that bank as I have of beating Jim Corbett.
You know, I can always tell us when he plans to stick up. He always does that with his hat.
It don't mean nothing till he puts a new crease in it.
But they could get 10 posses after us from just a crowd like this.
Let's put the deck on the table. You followed me to Mexico and we had 2 years of nothing. Well, I guessed wrong. This time I'm guessing right. You stick this deal out with me and I'll get you even. After that, I don't want to see any of you again. Never. Not any of you.
Your brother's gambling hand must be bothering him again.
Yeah. Only I never went up against odds like this before.
I'll be back.
Where's he going?
He didn't take it up with me.
I've seen Tomcats get along better than you two.
Work his midsection, Jim.
That's the stringiest looking side of beef I ever saw.
Who's asking you for you? Brett Stanton.
Stupot, you still look as tough as a meat you cook.
I haven't seen you since Dan Culligan joined your outfit. That was almost 6 years ago.
Yeah, I guess it is.
I heard you were in Mexico. How's things going?
We've been getting along. Say, I didn't know Culligan sold out.
They didn't. Mrs. Culligan died about 4 years ago. After that, the prairie rabbits took over. Mr. Brady had to chase them out to set up camp.
4 years ago. What happened to the Culligan girl?
Linda, she moved to town. She's doing cashier work and bookkeeping at the Tonopah.
Cashier? She never knew anything about money. Somebody must have taught her.
Well, if you're looking for her, they tell me she spends a lot of time at the London ranch.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about London.
Hold it. You won't be needing these.
They won't stop me from getting him.
You're not gonna bloody this town settling old scores.
That frail Kilgang's been asking for every one of them.
He almost killed the champion.
I had other things on my mind.
I don't want this kind of riffraff hanging around here.
Shut up, Pop.
Maybe you'd like to step into the ring, and I'll knock some sense into your head.
After the sheriff's through with him.
You think Johnny Ringo will let me stay cooped up?
If I have anything to do with it, he will.
Why, those men were trying to kill each other.
Yep.
What's it about? Do you know them?
Yep. Barney, that's the fella just rid off. He don't like Flint. That's the one he was shooting at. And Flint, he ain't got no use for Barney.
Well, I figured they weren't exactly friends.
I get a feeling the real fight's going to be outside of the ring.
Yeah, if the killing starts, you can forget about your fist fight. The town will empty like a cyclone hit it.
Would you be staying or leaving?
Depends on which way the wind blows. So long, Stewpot. Don't poison anybody.
Hey, how come Dan Culligan didn't come back with you?
Buried him 3 months ago in Juarez. What's it look like?
Now, there's about a dozen of them out there now. Most of them Johnny Ringo's men.
Ringo will be along soon.
What are you going to tell him?
I don't know yet.
Flynn almost killed Corbett. I had to bring him in.
No one's blaming you, Phil.
Sheriff, I heard some talk that you're going to release that man. Is it true?
There's always talk going around.
I heard it, too. I'm Fitzsimmons' manager. No one's shot up our camp yet, but I'm just as interested as Mr. Brady.
I told him you could handle matters, Bill.
That's my job.
Then we have your assurance that it was nothing but talk?
Take a look outside, gentlemen. Take a good look. They look harmless enough, just lounging around. When you came in just now, you probably took them for cowhands, if you noticed them at all. Well, every one of them's done his share of killing. They're waiting for me to make up my mind, too, and the longer it takes me, the more of them there'll be.
But they're only a handful. You can't let them influence you.
That's an awful tough handful.
If you turn that man loose, you're letting them run this town.
Mr. Brady, they can start running this town anytime they want to. But they're too shiftless, lazy. They need something to start them off. Like Flint. If they have to break him out, they won't stop there. Before they're through, they'll go for each other's throats like a pack of mad dogs, and we'll be caught in the middle.
But this isn't the Wild West anymore. Jesse James is dead. You haven't got the Pony Express, you've got the railroads now. You've even got an automobile here in town. You're talking in the past. Civilization is here.
So are they. They're not interested in civilization.
Jim, I don't know about Mr. Davis, but contract or no contract, I'm calling off this fight.
You can't call it off. Just a minute, Mr. Brady. Some of those men outside rode hundreds of miles to see this fight. What do you think will happen if you try to call it off? I'd hate to be in your shoes.
If I ever get through this, I'll see that you never promote another fight
You
as
can't
long...
blame Jim. No one knew this was going to happen. Sure, we figured a few of them would drift in, but nothing like this.
Go ahead, Sheriff. I can wait. Looks like everybody's through talking. I guess it's my turn.
What's on your mind, Ringo?
Probably the same thing you were discussing. Flint.
What about him?
Now, don't misunderstand me, Sheriff. I don't like him any better than you do. But the most I can say for him is he's been with me a long time. If it was just for that, you could keep him. But it's more than that, Sheriff. It's a matter of principle. You see, Sheriff, those men out there expect me to come out with Flint. Now, how would it look if I came out alone? See, Sheriff? Just a matter of principle.
But, Mr. Ringo, you and the others out there came to see a fight. Well, it's our business to put one on. But whether it comes off or not is up to you.
Seems like you got me mixed up with the sheriff. He gets paid for keeping people in line. Now, Sheriff, about that matter of principle.
Get Flint. Look, Ringo, if it was just a matter of principle, I'd keep him here. But you and I know that would lead to killing. It's my job to keep people alive.
Every man to his own trade, Sheriff.
Yeah, Johnny. Whether you know it or not, your trade's on its way out.
I told you you're wasting your time.
Get outside.
Sure, Johnny, sure.
No, Sheriff, for a trade that's on its way out, there are a lot of men in this town that disagree with you.
And how is life in the big city? Oh, one of my Eastern habits. Care for one?
Is Linda inside?
Working on your ticket orders like a good little girl.
I heard you coming up. Is there any...
I've checked everywhere. Your brother didn't ride in with Stanton's outfit.
He wouldn't leave, Brett.
It's been 6 years. A lot of things could have happened.
Perhaps you should be drinking this instead of me.
No, no thanks.
I've been expecting you.
I'll see him, Jim.
I'm Cynthia Castle, Mr. Linton's sister.
I'd like to talk to Linda alone.
It's all right, Jim. It won't take long.
Excuse me, Mr. London, but we're going to need some tickets for those extra stands.
All right, Henry.
They tell me you're a working girl now. Cashier at the Tonopah.
I was until 2 weeks ago. I'm helping Jim now.
I can remember when 2 and 2 was a struggle for you.
That was a long time ago. I'm smarter now.
Yeah, I can see that.
I want to know about my brother.
He's dead. It happened in Mexico. There weren't many of us that got out.
But I'm sure you and your brother Gar did.
We all took the same chances. Could have happened to any of us.
But it didn't have to be him. He would have straightened out if he hadn't gone with you.
Nobody stuck a gun in his back.
You never saw a silver saddle like yours. Never saw anyone spend money the way you did. How do you think that compared with working on a ranch?
Maybe the same way Jim London compared to cashiering in a gambling joint. This is Dan's. He always liked the feel of gold. It's all he had left. Belongs to you now.
That's not much to show for 6 years.
Maybe not, but it was his.
That's not what I mean. How did he get it, Brett? You're used to that kind of money. You keep it.
Some reception I'm getting.
What did you expect? When you left here, you didn't think of me or Dan or anybody. No, you're out to do big things. For yourself. And you didn't care how.
Linda, listen.
You listen. I was awfully sorry when you left here, Brett. When I thought I'd never see you again. But people change in 6 years. Some people. I managed to pick up the pieces and start over again. And now you're back. Why?
Curiosity. When I heard you were engaged to such an important man, I just naturally had to see how you turned out.
Mr. Stanton, wouldn't you like some sherry? I brought it from New York.
I drink either water or liquor, Mrs. Castle. Sherry's neither.
I like a person who speaks his mind. But that trait isn't appreciated around here. And I prefer to be called Cynthia Castle. I'm a widow, Mr. Stanton.
I'm sorry to hear it.
Tell me, whatever happened to the silver saddle? I didn't realize I was so near.
You didn't?
I'm like you. I also have a natural curiosity.
Well, there was a Mexican general who needed some guns. And a girl in Juarez who needed some things, too.
Don't, Jim.
She's just looking for excitement. She doesn't realize what can happen with a man like that.
Talk to her later then.
I'll talk to him now.
Jim London, come here.
What's bothering you, Fitz?
Tickets, tickets. That's what's bothering me.
I thought your manager
When
explained
it comes
that-
to money, I want things firsthand. I heard they're trampling each other in town, begging for tickets. What's all this about only selling them at the fight?
If they're that eager now, they'll pay twice as much at fight time. And the more they pay, the more money you'll get.
I fancy seeing my banknotes before I lace on my gloves.
You can look at over 100,000 in hard cash just before you step into the ring.
Over 20,000 quid? Now, that's something worth waiting for.
You just worry about Corbett. I'll handle the tickets.
Righto.
That's quite a bit of money for one fight.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
I want a man to love me. You're willing, but you're so afraid to try. I need you, arms around me. If I don't get you soon, I'm gonna die.
That'll be 2 bits more all around. The price has gone up since this morning.
What's the idea?
Look around, mister. Prosperity's here.
¿Qué dijo ya?
I said prosperity, not tequila.
But you never hold my hand. I might as well be playing solitaire. I wish you were a little bolder. Can't you see I want you for my own? So hurry, it's the natural.
The odds have gone up on Fitz. You can get 9 to 5 now.
Fine. What are you gonna bet your false teeth?
Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I'd kept on prospecting.
Same thing as now. You'd be broke.
It's a long time. Hey, where's your brother?
If you're lonesome, why don't you go look for him?
Where would I look?
Who knows? Maybe went back to the room.
I go see, huh?
Tell me that I'm grand, but you never hold my hand. It's just
I don't know which one of you is the dumbest.
I wish, oh,
Gracias.
I wish you were a little bit bolder. Can't you see I want you for my own? Oh, hurry. It's the natural thing to do. Say you love me, dear, 'cause I love you.
What about my room? But I mean it. I haven't got a thing left. But I was told you'd take care of me. The only thing I could let you have is the broom closet. Wait a minute. Please. Hey, where are you going? I gotta go get the sheriff.
This big mistake, I think.
What makes you think so?
Everything belongs to us. It's out here. Why?
That's easy. We put it there.
Muy malo. Very bad. You steal our room.
I guess you don't know who you're talking to. This here's Bob Trailkill.
This here Mendoza. You steal our room.
Looks like we got something else to put out.
You ask for trouble. I see you get it.
Maybe that'll change your mind.
Hold it.
Stanton.
You shouldn't go moving into other people's rooms. It ain't polite.
Too bad you didn't knock.
Well, I ain't polite either. You get out there and move that stuff back inside.
Do like he says. I'm staying around town. I'll see you.
That away, Stanton. That's all for now.
You didn't have to trouble yourself, Sheriff. Trailkill was just leaving.
And so are you. You're both coming with me.
If you couldn't hold Flint, aren't you just wasting your time, Sheriff?
I can't afford to waste time. Both of you, let's go. Come on.
Boys, and place your bets. Come on, boys. 50 on Bob, 50 gets you 80. 8 to 5 is what we're paying. Step up in line, boys, and don't crowd. Don't rush.
I've got Johnny Ringo inside.
Good.
Party's getting a little too big for you, ain't it, Sheriff?
Nobody's here that wasn't invited.
I left 3 deuces to come down here. What's on your mind?
Got some talking to do.
Boys outside figure you're trying to put the squeeze on us. I wouldn't talk too much.
You three men can call the shots for the whole bunch out there. You cut the trail, they follow. That's why I had to let Flint loose. If you two men had shot it out upstairs, I could never have kept the lid on.
Why tell us your troubles? I got cards waiting.
Look, the sheriff and I have a proposition to make.
Let me handle it, Jim. We've been racking our brains, and there's only one way this fight can come off. Maybe I'm taking a chance, but it's the only way out. For the next 48 hours till this town clears out, I'm asking you three men to be my deputies.
You got a great sense of humor, Sheriff.
Me walking out of here with a badge on, my boys would string me up.
All right, you've had your laugh.
Listen, mister, nobody tells me when I'm through laughing.
Dying is no laughing matter. If you don't do it my way, there'll be real trouble, and none of us are bulletproof.
I'm getting back to my cards.
The party's over, Sheriff. Let's go.
Hold it. Party ain't begun.
What's the matter with you?
You heard what I said.
Mexican heat must have got him.
Whose side are you on?
I'm on my own side, the same as the rest of you. If you walk out of here now, you're only proving how stupid you are. And that's what I mean. First thing you do is reach for a gun whether you got one or not. You, Johnny, you say you left 3 deuces to come over here.
Yeah, and they're getting colder every minute.
And you figure the Eastern money's easy pickings. How far'd you pack to get here?
What's that got to do with
Where
you?
from?
Panhandle.
That's over 1,000 miles. And you, Bob, you've been operating up in the Black Hills.
I'm here now, ain't I?
Yeah, we all came a long way for the same thing. Where are we going to get it? From each other? Yeah. We want the Eastern money. But what happens if there's trouble? Fight's called off. The Eastern money's on the first train out of town. We're left standing at the station. Unless you two figure your fight's more important than Corbett and Fitzsimmons.
You got a lot to say about us. What about you?
I came further than either one of you. I was on my way to Fort Worth. I heard about this fight. That's why I'm in Carson City. If the price of staying's only putting on a deputy's badge for a little while, then I'm not against paying it. What about you?
Well, it's just a fight.
Trail kill?
My memory's too good. I remember Sioux City. When they hung Billy Stiles, you said you'd never wear a badge unless they stuck it on your grave.
Times change.
But you don't. There's always a reason for everything you do.
My reason's good enough for me and Ringo. Now you pick a side. You're either with us or against us.
Are we gonna wait around here forever?
Ringo said to give him 15 minutes.
Nobody gave us any orders.
There's enough of us here to tear the place apart.
How much longer are we going to stand around jawing before we do something? I say let's show the sheriff who's boss.
All right, bust it up. This is a law-abiding community, and we're going to see that it stays that way. There's a lot of people in town. They came here to see the fight and have a good time like we did.
We don't want any fancy gun work.
That clear to everybody? I see it, but I don't believe it.
9 had a drop in an hour.
I never thought I'd be grateful to him for anything.
Neither did I. Hope he means it.
Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I cry. Oh, give me rye whiskey, or I'll surely die. Tequila, tequila, me gusta mucho. Dame mucho tequila, o me muero yo.
So if you don't wear the badge, the plan don't work. But what's it all about?
I told you. You'll know about it when the others do. When I get it all worked out.
But Gar said we're not holding up the bank.
That's right. Have a drink.
Oh, boss, can't you take it off in here? It makes me nervous.
Looks like you're collecting more than just badges.
Who said?
Look out the window. See for yourself.
Well, if it's trouble, what are we waiting for?
Relax. It's not that kind of trouble.
You often buy trinkets like that?
When I feel like it.
I'm not used to getting things for nothing.
Change is always refreshing. You should know that. You made a big one this afternoon.
I had a good reason.
So have I.
I don't think your brother'd approve.
I know you wouldn't approve of my driving back home alone. Would you?
You always get your way?
Not always, but I try. For the first time, I'm glad I came out here.
If you didn't want to come, what brought you?
Restlessness. I keep running after something. When I find out what it is, I'll stop. We're a lot alike.
Except I'll probably keep running.
Why? Linda? She won't be around long. The newlyweds will be going east after the fight. Jim's promised her that. I like it here. I may stay.
What you got against Linda?
Nothing, except she doesn't really love my brother. He's just a way out of Carson City for her. But that's his problem. And we didn't come here to talk about her.
Then we won't if it bothers you.
It doesn't bother me. You were the one who came back to see how she turned out. You've strong hands, Brett. Put them around me. I'm ready to stop running now.
Sorry, but I'm not.
Get out.
Suit yourself.
Give me those reins.
In a minute. Got a present for you.
You needn't bother, Mr. Stanton. I've no use for it.
I wouldn't say that. Maybe you can saddle someone else with it.
This may be the way you treat your kind of women. You'll be sorry you tried it on me.
You asked me to get out, and I got out. It's what I'd call real gentlemanly.
I'm not interested in what you call it.
Be careful going home. In the dark, some of the rough customers around here might not realize you're such a lady.
My brother never did have good manners. But I always thought he had good taste.
I'm quite sure I can find my way home alone.
Might be dangerous for a lady.
I'll take that chance.
You know, if I was in my brother's boots, I'd still be in that carriage with you.
Don't flatter yourself.
So, Brett's good enough for you, but I'm not, huh? I liked it. The kiss, I mean. My brother's a fool.
You can go now. Wait a minute. Your brother is a fool. But only you and I know it. Maybe a few others would if you had a silver saddle.
Yeah, maybe they would.
Do you wait till something's offered before you take it? You didn't a moment ago.
Where'd you get it?
She gave it to me. What's wrong with that?
You know why she gave it to you?
The same reason that she gave it to you.
Maybe you're smarter than I am. You knew how much we needed that saddle. Now you're going to get a chance to do something about it.
Do something about it?
You're going to sell it.
What?
We're all going to the fight. We need money for ringside seats.
Aren't you forgetting what we came here for?
I told you this afternoon I had something better in the bank. That's why I wear this. That fight's got to come off. It means $100,000 to us.
The fight gate?
That's right. While everybody else is watching Corbett and Fitz, we're going to be taking care of the money.
Wait till the boys hear about this.
They're not going to hear about it.
You're not going to tell them?
Not till I get ready. The more they know, the more chance there is of something going wrong. The way it is now, it's just you and me. When something happens, I know right where to look.
Come on down here. That's good. Put your money down and your hands up, and here we go. Around and around she goes, and the wheel is going to stop at number 12. Where's your money down at number 12? Did you have it running so will you please? Come on right up here, son. All right, now your money down and your hands up, because the wheel goes around and around again. All right, folks, it's going around. Have you got your money down? It's number 5. My whiskey's running so will you please? Come on right up here, son. All right, now your money down and your hands up, because the wheel's going around and around again. All right, folks, it's going around. You got your money down, take your hands up, and will you please? Thank you. All right, here we go. And the wheel.
Sheriff, are you? I demand you go in there and stop them.
We just tried that, lady. Take care of it. You've each got a man in there. It's up to you to bring him out.
You don't think I'm going to arrest my own boy, do you, Sheriff?
It goes for me. Get somebody else.
Ringo, what happens if Flint gets killed?
I guess one of my boys goes gunning for Barney.
But what if Flint gets Barney?
Works both ways.
That's the beginning of it. You could both stop him with a word.
I'm not giving it.
Wait a minute, Sheriff. We all decided to do a job. There ain't nobody backing out.
Stanton, you did enough talking yesterday. You keep out of this.
They're your men, and you're bringing them out. Now start walking. Don't even think of it. All right, call them out. I said call him out. You, Bob, first.
Barney! Barney, come on out! With your hands up.
Flint! This is Johnny. Come on out of there.
Bill, have Whitey take him in. And this time, we're going to keep him there.
Well, Sheriff, now that Stanton's running things, I don't guess you'll be needing me.
Me neither. You can pin this tin somewhere else.
See you after the fight, Stanton.
Yeah. Right after.
The lid'll blow off this town any minute.
I don't think so. They said after the fight.
Maybe we ought to put some extra men on the jail.
I got a better notion.
You think they'll let Flint and Barney stay put?
Looks like Stanton's dealt himself a handful of trouble.
Having those two gunning for you ain't trouble. It's suicide.
You looking for this? Where's the money for the fight tickets?
Look, Brett,
You gambled it away.
Well, I filled it inside straight. It looked like a sure thing, but
Somebody held a flush against you. You'd have dropped this trying to get it all back. That itching hand of yours. I've got the biggest haul of our lives worked out, and you gambled it away. For a long time, you've been wanting to run things your own way. You cross me just once more, and you're going to get a chance to. All by yourself.
Thank you, Mr. Logan, but I am a little tired.
It's been my pleasure.
I see you're beginning to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Is there any harm in that?
No. He must have made quite an impression on you this afternoon.
A lot of people were impressed.
I can hardly blame you. I don't think there's a man here quite as attractive. Do you?
I haven't been doing any comparing, Cynthia.
What's the rush?
Man feels lucky he's got to do something about it, and the feeling will go away.
I hear that's a stiff game up there. I hope you're loaded.
This ought to get me by.
That nugget. It was Dan's.
It's yours, really. You want it?
Mind if I sit in?
I warn you, I'm always lucky before a fight.
Harley stepped out on the floor.
Jim went to get me a present.
At this time of night?
Mind if I play your cards this hand?
How about next time around, Jim?
This is the hand I'm interested in.
It's your deck.
Thanks. How many?
2. It's a good thing we're not playing for money. You'd probably toss in a full house.
I wish this waiting was over.
No more than I do.
Let 3.
Covers it? I'll see it.
3 aces.
It's all yours. Just one hand? Aren't you going to give me a chance to get even?
Sure, right now. You owe me 6 ringside seats.
Well, that's one way of getting tickets.
Maybe you were meant to keep it.
Maybe. At least he wasn't meant to give it to you.
I came up here to say something. You're not making it any easier.
You've never given me any reason to.
I was wrong about you, Brett. You proved that this afternoon.
I came a long way to see this fight.
Whatever you came for, you took on a job and you risked your life for it. And that goes deeper than the fight.
I guess that's one way of looking at it.
I was there, Brett. I saw it. And I heard what Ringo and Thrailkill said.
You're afraid of trouble, is that it?
Yes.
But there's nothing going to stop the fight. Tell London not to worry.
I'm not concerned about that, and neither is he. Brett, leave now before it's too late.
You just said I took on a job, and it's only half finished.
You've done your share. Leave now, Brett, tonight.
I can't.
There's nothing to stop you. If you won't do it for yourself, then do it for me.
I think Mr. Stanton's quite capable of making up his own mind.
Jim.
I think we'd better go down now. Here are your tickets. Now we're even.
You worried about the train, Sheriff?
I haven't heard it pull in yet. It's due.
Where are the others?
There's just the two of us.
Get them.
I can't. They're not here.
You're lying.
All right. See for yourself.
He's right, Johnny. It's empty.
That's it.
Where are they?
They're on their way to Salt Lake City. The train just pulled out.
Pretty smart.
That's what the sheriff thought.
I don't mind admitting, up until now, I wouldn't have bet there'd be a fight.
Now all you got to do is sit back and enjoy it.
Except for one piece of unfinished business.
Something private?
Yeah, between us. You can take that off now.
But the fight isn't until tomorrow night.
I had a hunch about you when you first put that badge on. Everything you've done since convinced me I was right.
What does that mean?
You're smarter than the rest of them. A lot of you rode into this town, but you're the only one who saw anything. You noticed the change. The others don't look past the end of their guns. You saw the handwriting on the wall. They don't even see the wall because their backs are against it. Their days are over and they don't know it. You know it, but it won't do you any good if Thrailkill and Ringo get you. That's why you got to leave tonight.
Maybe you're reading too much into what I did, Sheriff.
You're not reading enough into it.
Look. Next thing you know, him and the sheriff will be dancing together.
Stanton's been asking for this.
Won't do a bit of harm to let him get one day older. I came to town to see this fight, and I'm going to see it.
Any reason why he should see it?
If he don't, we don't. Now, after the fight, that's another story.
Yeah, and I'll be telling it to him.
You won't like how it ends.
Taking this off now wouldn't change things any. Maybe postpone them a little while. Now I'm staying for the fight.
And getting killed right afterwards.
Nothing's that certain.
There's another way. You can keep right on wearing that badge. That'd suit me. Think it over.
Sorry I was a little abrupt back there. I must still be jealous.
There's no reason to be.
You're worried about him.
He's throwing his life away, Jim.
He knows what he's doing. It's his concern, Linda, not yours.
You're right, but
But what?
nothing.
You feel the way I do about him. You're grateful for what he's done, but you wish he'd leave.
Yes. Yes, I'm sure that's it.
In a few days, we'll have what we want. We'll be on our way to New York. Believe me, darling, this'll all seem far away. Feel better?
Yes. Good night.
Good night. Night.
Good night.
Waiting for someone?
You shouldn't have come here.
I wouldn't have if you hadn't come to me first.
You know why I did that.
Do I?
I had to talk sense to you. That's all.
Sense is something I never had too much of. I'm proving that now.
Brett, I waited 6 years. I counted the days, even the hours, for a while. Then I stopped. I had to.
It wasn't meant to be 6 years. Not even 6 months. But you can't always plan ahead. I found that out.
Things have happened. Things have changed.
Certainly things have happened. But I haven't changed since then. Neither have you. We've got a right to remember each other the way it was. I had to see you, Linda.
Oh, I've dreamed about us, Brett. Just the two of us together, somewhere, anywhere. Then I tried not to think about you at all.
Don't think about it. Don't even talk about it. We'll go away somewhere. Now, I'll find something. We'll find a place to live and won't think about anybody but us.
Oh, Brett, I can't. It's not fair to Jim.
You aren't in love with him, are you?
I'm not going to hurt him.
That answers my question.
Brett, it's wrong. This isn't 6 years ago, it's now.
Then pretend I never left. That it's just the beginning.
It's the end. It's all over.
You don't mean that.
I do mean it, Brett. You can't just walk back into my life like this. The door's closed. It's been closed for quite a while.
Closed and locked. And it looks like I've lost the key.
All right, this is your last chance. The fight starts in exactly 30 minutes, so get your bets down now. This is your last and final opportunity to bet on the match.
¡Hijo! 36, 37, 38, 39.
seis, 57, 58, 59. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69.
70, 71, 72, 73, 74,
Are you gonna count the whole town?
But we're making money, Cinch. $20,000 passed by already.
I hope getting it's gonna be that easy.
Ever since you told them the plan, that's all I've been doing.
Mendoza, shut up.
Have they bothered you?
Just their counting.
That's $10 a head out there. That shouldn't bother you.
There goes the sheriff and his boys. They're in for a surprise. Want me to check yours?
They're all right.
Well, we haven't used them in a long time. Maybe I'll...
Forget it.
Maybe you figure you won't need yours.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Nothing.
Just heard they're charging $15 a ticket.
Ya están cobrando $15 por boleto.
¡Qué bruto, mano!
Mendoza, what time do you start the trouble?
I watch you sometime near 6th round.
I'd feel a lot easier if it was sooner.
London's got to get the money to the cashier's office. Got to give him time.
I wish I could see that fight.
You keep your eye on the money. Hope everybody else is watching the fight. Let's go.
Gracias.
Take your pick. Come right over. Help yourself. Here they are. Take a pick. Beautiful big colored whistles, balloons, whips, novelties of all kinds. Hurry.
Take those to the front gate and wait till they send you back.
Right.
Brett, I've got to talk to you.
We had our talk last night.
Forget
remember?
that. Forget all about it. You can still get away. Now.
We talked about that, too. Nothing's changed.
Oh, you're wrong, Brett. Something has changed for me, for us.
Last night...
I'll go away with you right now. Right this minute.
Not exactly being fair to Jim, are you?
I'm being honest. I won't be any good for him or anyone else if anything happens to you.
It's too late, Linda.
Why is it too late? Why?
Just go back, please. It's no use.
You're not answering me, Brett.
There's no answer to it. That's the way it is.
Can't you be honest, too? Can't you?
Things have happened to me, Linda. Lots of things. That's why it's too late. It's 6 years too late. The door's closed. You said that yourself.
And that key you said you'd lost, Brett. You didn't lose it. You threw it away. Excuse me.
I hope Mr. Corbett and Mr. Fitzsimmons don't take up too much time. I can't wait to see what happens later. To you.
Don't count too much on my obliging you, ma'am.
I'm counting on the other gentlemen, Thrailkill and Ringo. Poor Linda. With you dead, she'll have no place to go.
She's getting married right after the fight.
This afternoon, she told Jim all about you, about last night. She gave him up for you, for a dead man. I hope you both be very happy.
Stanton.
I'm in a hurry, Sheriff.
About last night, what'd you decide?
It was just decided for me.
Lose your sense of direction.
It's all yours. Finally going to get a chance to run things. I'm leaving.
I figured all along that she was what you wanted.
For once, you figured right.
Yes, he did.
I'm running things from now on. And you're staying.
You'd hold up with a rattlesnake if it'd do you any good.
Let's go. I got plans for you, Mr. Tin Star.
Who's running things?
Sorry, Brent, but we gotta think of ourselves.
this corner, at 172 pounds, the undefeated contender with dynamite in both fists, Welshman Bob Fitzsimmons.
I don't care how he wins it, just so he wins it.
Sure thing.
And in this corner, at 180 pounds, the heavyweight champion of the world, the pride of San Francisco, the man who knocked out the great John L. Gentlemen, Jim Corbett.
I don't want to see no dancing exhibition. I want to see your boy in there fighting. He got 500 riding on him, and he better win.
Number one. Sure itching to see that fight.
You'll be lucky if you see the fourth round.
Whitey, Mr. Lennon wants us to help him at the south gate.
Right.
I can't understand London. With the fight a big success, he don't seem very happy.
Something's up. He was supposed to leave for New York. Now he's talking about staying.
Get it, Sheriff. This spotted Brett sitting over there, practically holding hand with Johnny Ringo.
So that's what he meant. Buried the hatchet. Certainly pegged him wrong.
Just keep your eyes on the fight.
That's the last of it, Mr. London.
All right. Go and see the fight.
Thanks.
Sam, I'm putting one on you.
Corbett's un idiota! You can say that about Mr. Corbett, but that's un idiota! You say it again, es un mamarracho!
Ah, shut up!
I'll keep an eye on things.
I'll take it.
Use Stanton. Never mind that. The big stuff's in here.
Give me the gun. Stick with me. I got an idea where they're going.
I'm all right. Get a posse together and follow them.
Morning. We'll move out of town with a fight crowd.
Ain't you forgetting? This was part of my brother's plan. Now that he's loose, he'll follow us.
Good. It'll be a pleasure to wait for him.
Well, you can wait for him. I'm heading out.
We should have done that before.
I'll cover down here.
I think I can hold him while you go for help.
I'm staying close to that money.
You're not making it any easier on us.
At least no one's going to take anything away from me when I'm not around. I made that mistake with you once before.
You're wrong. I couldn't steal something from you never owned. One of them's in the loft. You stay here. You'll have a better shot at him.
it's just the two of us, we could split.
You got nothing to sell. Your gun's empty.
Now it's your turn, Tin Star.
You're thinking about letting them die. That's what you're thinking. You haven't changed. You fool the sheriff and Linda, but not me. Oh. It's worked out perfect for you, hasn't it? Almost. You're not getting away with it, Brett. Not getting away with... And it...
You don't know the half of it.
Hey, what happened to you?
Nothing. Nothing much.
I enjoyed this fight, Mr. Stanton. Now I'm ready for the one I came to see.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's all over.
Yeah, meet the new champ.
All over?
Your brother can tell you all about it. He was there.
I think you'll find him over there with the sheriff.